I'm going to show you guys a little bit of the things that we usually don't show. The reality is we got 2 kennels, and I've got to come in the morning and deal with Aero. But what I've done with him is a lot of routine and pattern that I've set up that it keeps me from getting eaten, because he is a rank dominant male. The first thing he wants to do is start mounting me and carrying it on, and if you let this spiral out of control, you're going to get chewed up. So a dog like this is a rank dominant male, and a rank dominant male is a dog that generally will not let himself be put into the hierarchy of a pack. He won't be submissive, right? He doesn't want to be dominated. You can't really dominate a dog like this because he won't accept it. He'll die first, right? So right now he's putting his paw on me. This is not really a dominant behavior. He just wants me to pet him. I've got him conditioned basically to go over to the doghouse, and I've done that on purpose. When I first got him, he would come to the front of the kennel. If you guys remember, for those of you who've been watching my videos for so long, you remember that he had a tendency to want to flip right on that kennel door and come at you real strong and really aggressive. And his whole nature in being a dominant male, he's turned into a dog that thinks he's God, right? He thinks he's the top of the hierarchy, and there's no way you're going to get through to him to a point where you're going to be able to dominate him. You're not going to choke him out. You're not going to be able to succeed with the old Keeler yank and crank methods, because it's not going to work, right? So what you've got to do is figure out what this dog wants, which is his ball. That's what he's ball crazy, right? That allows me to have a tool to be able to get into his head. So what I did when I first came in, if you guys remember correctly, I used food, and food is an all-encompassing thing that you can use as a tool. Excuse me, I'm trying to scoop and talk to you guys at the same time here. And then I've got to spray these down and scrub them and disinfect and all that. There's a lot of work that goes into this. But I basically used the food, and I walk up to the cage, and he started getting hungry after a few days because he wasn't eating as much. And you use that power, that draw of the food, to get you to the point you can start building a relationship with a dog. He's not just going to become your fuzzy little animal. He's still who he is. His genetics, who he is a dominant dog. He's got Duku in him. He's got all kinds of bloodlines. It's amazing that I've had people tell me about that are more familiar with the bloodlines over there in Europe and the Dutch Shepherd. But he's prone to redirect and very low threshold, and he's all that and then some. So what I did was I would show him his bowl and try to get him to get back and away from me. And every time he would go a little bit, I would just use shaping and shaping. And right away, if he gave me a little bit of room, I would put the bowl in. And then after a while, I started expecting more and more of him to get farther and farther back. Now the rule is he's got to get to the back of the kennel and jump up on this doghouse. And then I can come up here and I can pet him. I can actually put my face in his, the whole 9 yards. But I know what buttons and what areas not to mess with, right? This being up high like this and equal to me at my level is where we started with a good friend of mine that's a good trainer that I really respect a lot. That we used a table with a trough on it, meaning the high walls on either side. We pegged him in the center, we'd bring him in, and he would just do a correction by giving a pull on the leash with a pinch, with no emotion, right? That's the key, being neutral, not showing the dog any emotion. And the dog, hey, easy. He's getting wound up, so I need to get out of here. I mean, all this chattering and stuff is not conducive. All right, go on, get on up there. Go on, get on up there. Good boy, you stay. Good boy, you stay. Good. Again, if you do the wrong thing, nope, he's got a bitch right next to him right now. So I've got to handle him. I'm going to go ahead and sign off, but I want to get into the subject. I'm going to do another video. I'll come at you a little bit later and do a full subject on this, how I got the dog to be conditioned. All right, good boy, good. That's my boy, good. And at any time, if I do the wrong thing, right now he's trying to nose that door, right? And I get him and he spirals up on me, I've got to fight. And that's just the you see. And when he's in his kennel, it's all that's crying. So with a dog like this, it's very touchy. It'd be kind of like, how do you handle a lion? Well, you don't go into the cage and just start messing with him. You've got him conditioned to go to the back of the cage and to get out of the way, and then you put the trough down, the door that blocks him into another area, so you can go in there, scoop, and take care of the lion. So it's the same thing. When you've got animals of this stature, you better damn well have a good sense of what you're doing or you get chewed up, right? And that's exactly this. This is the only reason that I can handle this dog in the limited ways that I can is because I know the nature of the beast, right? And he's not going to be all lovey-dovey with respect. All right, go on, get on up there. Go on, get on up there. Good boy. Nope, get on up there. Go on, get on. Good boy, good. Nope, go on, get on up there. Hup. Good boy, good. All right, you stay. And this is all done because I've done it with food. Now his bowl of food would come in normally, right? Or I go in, I scoop, and I can limitedly talking to him. But when I'm sitting there chattering and I change my routine, the dog starts saying, what's going on here? What's happening? And so he could get a trigger or something when you're in there and do the wrong thing, and he could go off on you and chew you up. So you know exactly what you've got to do. You build your relationship with him with a limited type of handling type stuff, right? I can handle the dog. I can get him out. I can play ball with him. I can get him in his obedience. I can get all kinds of things out of the dog. But in his core, who he is in his core is always going to be what he is, okay? And so you have to respect that. So that's when you're dealing with a rank dog. These dogs are very rare. You don't see rank dominance that often. And the police used to get this thrown at them every now and then. They thought that the aggression was great. We'll take the dog onto the street. They found out that became a problem. And you won't see any really heavy dog people now going after these rank dogs because they're a pain in the ass. You know, they're a lot to deal with. So so it's not functional on the street, and being stable and all that good stuff is more important than having a dog that tears somebody up because he's got that in him. So, but I just kind of wanted to go over where they understand what you're dealing with a dog like this. You know, you're not going to train him. You're not going to change the core of that dog, right? It's just not possible. So it's important to understand and respect the dog. There's an equal respect, my respect of him and his respect of me, that you need to establish. And it's not dominance, and not me kicking the dog's ass and dominating him. It's respect and understanding animal psychology, dog psychology well enough that you can handle a dog like this. And so I'm proud of the fact that I can handle him, but at the same time, sometimes it's like walking on eggs. You know, like I said, he's got a bitch next to him right now. His attitude's a little bit more changed, and you do the wrong thing, and you're going to get torn up. So, but I thought I'd let you see him. I'm going to take him out again today and burn off some energy, clean my kennels, and then I'll burn off some energy with him, and then bring him back when he's got a little bit of a less of an edge on him, and see if he'll breed for me. So. It's not as easy as you would think. And then you got a strong bitch like this. This bitch was bred over in Ireland and imported over, and she's got a little kitty type of a slut to her. But she should be a good breeding. She'd be really nice. I see you. I know, I see you. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good day. Mike Ferrasci, Protect Dog Training, talking about dogs as usual.